slides because this is important to include. Global strategic development is exponentially more effective if it incorporates two aspects in planning: culturally diverse planning teams, and global plans encompass every area of the company and across all levels. Okay, culturally diverse planning teams. You know, as an American, I would have more of a difficult time viewing situations for what they really are outside of the American viewpoint. I have a set of cultural lenses that impact how I view the world. By having a culturally diverse team, we as a whole are able to see more areas that I alone may not be able to see. So it gives a different set of eyes that would have a different background on to explore the same opportunities that I am. And global plans encompass every area of the company basically just means that everybody has to be involved when you're considering a global expansion. It's not just management, it's the operations side, it's the marketing side, it's the finance side, all areas of the company, all levels. All the employees need to be able to think globally and act globally. Focus of management will really pave the headway for a global movement. The management has to be focused on this global venture. They can't just assign a few people and say, hey, take my company global. It doesn't really work that way. They really need to be attentive to their global needs, have a plan in place. Where do they want to go? What's the idea? What's the plan? What do we want to do? What do we want to accomplish by going global? What are our company goals? What is our core competence? Would that core competence really succeed in a global environment? Because sometimes that core competence will be challenged in another environment, and another best practice may prove better. Okay. Types of market entry. You have an exporting market entry, which is self-explanatory. If a company manufactures products in their home market, they bring those products to the new market for sale there. That is the simplest form of a global market entry. Turnkey projects. Foreign client gets the keys. What that basically means is that more for chemical companies and for petroleum-based companies, a contractor would essentially build the facility, train the teams, get the whole system in place, and hand the keys over to the client, who would then take over the operations. Licensing basically means that the technology would be licensed to a foreign producer of the product, and then that company would actually make and sell the product there, and a percentage of those profits would be returned to the home country. Franchising is very similar to licensing, except that the contractor abroad would abide by a strict set of rules. For example, a McDonald's franchise, the Big Mac needs to taste the same in Brazil, Russia, wherever, as it does in the United States. It's a strict set of rules. Joint ventures would be when one or more companies join with the home company to produce their product abroad. A wholly owned subsidiary basically is, we have greenfield venture versus an acquisition. A company could build a new factory, a new company in the new country, the host country, and then that would be the greenfield venture, or the acquisition. They could buy an existing operation and use that for their company. So how do we choose a new market? There are a number of factors that would impact your decision to choose a new market. A couple that I have here: international political environment, which has to do with the stability. Basically, what's the leadership there? What's the management of the country? Is there a threat of some kind of uproar, or could the host country have some kind of a change in leadership that could affect your decision to move there? and international economics. Basically, that's what these graphs here represent. I'm not going to get into the details, but you can really you can calculate their ability to pay their debts. You can see basically how the growth is handling. And for example, in country B, it's a volatile growth. So I mean, something like that would impact your decision to move there. Exchange rates. Is the exchange rate pegged? Is it in a band? Is there anything that would create pressures on the system that you may that you need to evaluate before you move there? Global strategy, 5 forces. Any new market entry is subject to the Porter 5 forces business model. This is very important. Basically, it has five forces to any market entry, to any company. Bargaining power of suppliers. How much strength does your company have against the products that you need to create your product? Bargaining power of the buyers. How much power do your buyers have over your product? Do they have are there other options, basically? Threat of substitute products or services. What that means is there another product that would compete with yours? Maybe not directly like Coke, Pepsi, but Gatorade. That would compete with soft drinks. So water, anything that could be substituted for your product. Threat of new entrants. That's also barriers to entry. How easy is it for other companies to come in into this market? And in the middle, rivalry among existing competitors. Obviously, rivalry is always a factor. This is the first model that you would produce for your chosen market, or even if you're considering multiple markets. This is a very good tool to use to start to view, what is the situation like there for this type of product or service. The value chain analysis. This is another early level tool that you would use. This could be used in your home market. This could be used on your global scale, and really truly global companies will use this value chain analysis in every different country that they operate in. And the reason for that is, like I said before, your core competence could be challenged in moving into another market. That would also indicate that other areas of the business would be affected differently in other markets. So, for example, maybe your strong part in your home market is your marketing and sales. Maybe you have teams that really know how to handle the marketing in the United States, for example, as is seen by many companies. How effective is your marketing team going to be in selling this product in another country? Are the different distribution channels going to impact how successful your product is? Maybe your marketing and sales is better in another country. Maybe your outbound logistics is better in another country. These are all things that would impact the success of your business. Basically, here's your profit margin that's over there. All this needs to work together to produce your product. So, like I said, when the truly global companies are able to do this in every market, because the profit margin is going to be different in every market. So it's very important to consider this value chain analysis, in everywhere that you operate.